Hello.
Welcome back.
Sly Customs.
Yeah, that's us. And we're here today, and it's Friday after work.
And it's hot.
It is freaking hot.
So hot, stinky sweat.
And I was on the bike, so my hair's probably sweet. Andrew's hair is pretty sweet as well.
My hair's always sweet.
But today, we've got a new project back there. It's not rusty.
No, go ahead, peek. Can you see it? It's buried.
It's not Project Rusty. Don't worry, you guys.
Oh, yeah, screw it.
No one liked that, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, whatever.
But there's a project back there, and today we're going to roll it out and see if there's any life in it.
Yeah, just see if it does anything, really.
So stay tuned to see what we've got in store.
So we're walking back to the depths of the barn here. Hold on, let's...
Sly Customs headquarters.
Crap out of the way. Come on back. Be careful. Be careful.
They're so orderly. Whoa, is that the project?
Where is it? Do you see it yet?
What is it? It's ugly.
What year did we decide it was?
This
93?
is a late 80s, early 90s-ish Ninja 750R.
It's a Ninja shelf right now.
Yeah, it's got a lot of insulation and stuff on it.
And metal. But yeah, 750R. R.
Just one R, I think.
R.
I don't know. Let's set up time lapse digging it out of here, and then maybe there'll be a sticker that'll tell us what it is.
There you go. Cool.
Thumbs up. Doo-doo.
All right. So here's the old beast. You may have caught glimpses of it, you know, in the background or whatever. We've never mentioned it because, you know, look at it. But this is a bike that, you know, if you're intuitive here or paying attention, you notice that we're missing an air box. But other than an air box,
It certainly looks like everything else important is there.
other than an air box and a key, yeah, who needs a key? Especially shit in the 90s. But seems like it's all there, and it was free to me. It kind of came with like a package deal. I did some work for a guy, and he gave me a little bit of money and this hunk of crap. But the cool thing about it is it's a 750 and it's a 6-speed. So I don't know. We thought it would be really cool to do something with, and it's been sitting back here in that freaking godforsaken corner for what?
At least.
Yeah, probably at least that. Long enough to get crap piled all over the top of it, but you know, we don't know what year, there's no title, it's just been sitting in the guy's barn forever and ever. And you know, twin cam 16 valve.
750R with electric suspension control system. You gotta love like the 90s,
Right.
80s Japanese stuff. I love it. All the stickers and stuff. It's like, this thing's cool.
Duct tape turn signals.
Anyway, the engine and tranny hopefully are good. So that's what we're gonna do today, I think, right? We're gonna pull it out and just see if we can bypass the ignition switch.
We
get
just
some fresh fuel and just see if there's spark, see if there's compression, see if it wants to do anything.
Yeah, we want to see if there's any signs of life, and if there is, we will continue playing with it because the motor's coming out and going into something sweet.
Something cool. We don't know
Right.
exactly what yet, but something cooler than this thing.
I mean, how cool would it be to have this 14,000 RPM screaming 6-speed motor and tranny in something that it's not meant to be in?
I think it'd be dangerously fun.
Yeah. All right, cool. Cheesy thumbs up.
Let's get to work. All right, who knows what we're getting into, but let's at least start tearing it apart. What do you think?
Yeah. going with the time lapse? I think so.
All right.
We're gonna try some tomfoolery.
We don't really know what we're looking at. Go figure.
But keep in mind, like we said, no key, no ignition. We don't really know our way around the electrical system of a bike we haven't touched yet. We'll fix anything that is unsafe or whatever. But right now, for the purpose of science, we want to see if this thing's going to do anything. So basically what we're doing is oh yeah, I forgot about that. Taking this is my screwdriver between the solenoid and the starter.
First of all, we think this is the starter solenoid.
Because it goes directly to the starter and then directly to ground.
And this has a clip that we're assuming is the key ignition, but we don't have that circuit like at all. Like, not only do we not have a key, I don't think we even have like an ignition. So we're wondering if maybe we jump this, and then this we think might be the start button, and then we have power, and then, or that would be wait, one of these goes to the starter and the other one we think is ground. That's kind of where our head is at.
So we're
trying things. Basically,
we're literally just jumping these right now, just to see if the start button does anything.
Basically, we're just trying to figure out what's going on because we don't know much about really anything. Electronic stuff is no different.
So this one is the ground.
We think that's ground, yeah. We think the other one should be power. We've got an old battery.
We can probably bolt the ground down and just hold the power on it.
Yeah, I agree.
If we hate what's happening, just yank the power away.
I like it.
Okay, so I'm gonna get the screw.
We've had this battery for
years.
And it has always, in its entire service, has not done anything other than this.
Yeah, it literally just...
Every piece of crap that we get, that we try to get running, is always this battery, and then when we're done, we take it off, put it on a tender.
Yeah, and it keeps working now.
I can't say enough about whoever brand whoever sells that.
Walmart, bro.
This thing has been a champ.
I think Walmart.
I have no idea. You've had it since I can remember.
Grounded.
Let's give it power and make sure the run switch is on, and then see what
connection
happens.
is made.
Run.
No clicks.
Absolutely nothing. Alrighty.
Okay, well.
Well, we've got more thinking to do. We'll check back in on our next idea. Next harebrained idea.
Back to the shenanigans, since nothing happened there. Like I said,
we don't know what we're doing.
Can't stress this enough. We really don't know what we're doing, and if we fry the ignition system of this bike, oh well, there isn't one. So basically what our thought is...
Eliminate this thing.
This shouldn't even need, like... So yeah, basically our thought is to put the starter hot directly to the battery just to see if it does anything. Anything at all. I just want to click.
It's on the center stand, so just by any like complete miracle that it tries to start and it's in gear, still nothing bad should happen. So, hey, juices are flowing.
Hey, you heard it.
Yeah.
It clicked. It did things. Okay, I want a pair of pliers or something so I can actually make a connection there.
Oh my God! It wants to run.
Hell yeah! Okay.
Woo!
All right, so we just need to put a switch in that somehow, make sure it has oil, do all the things, put fresh fuel on it, see if it wants to
like live,
do anything.
Heck yes.
It does things though.
Yeah! Sweet. Okay, guys. Sorry for how choppy this may be, but we're doing our best. It's a learning curve for us as well.
Right. Yeah. We didn't want to film like everything we go to do. Well, we're filming everything we're doing. There's a little bit of time between ideas here.
However, again, we never claim to know what we're doing, and we stand by that. So this is not, we offer no warranty. However, every now and then we have a thought, and we heard it turn over. So before we try to actually make it start, we decided to just, does it have oil in it? So you can see there, we check it, and you can see the sight glass. There is oil in it. However,
you want me to try and shake it?
Yep. One of the things you want to think about is like, what's the quality of oil in it?
You see how much it it move, you know, it
looks watery, basically.
Looks really watery. It looks, yeah.
So not as viscous as you'd hope, and one of the reasons for that is, you know, the fuel on these old carbureted stuffs probably got left on, which means all the carbs probably drained. So one of the things you can do to check is just pop that oil fill cap.
And smell it. Can you smell it?
Yeah, just give it a sniff.
But it does. It smells like straight fuel.
It smells like gasoline.
But what happens is these old carburetors and stuff, the way they work is there's a needle valve in there that closes off once the float bowl is full. It closes and seals, and that wears out. So if your gas doesn't get turned off, all of the fuel that was in the float bowls leaks right down into the cylinder head, and if you got any kind of...
And eventually it gets past the piston rings down into the crankcase where the oil sits, you know, when you have a 1980, 90 something bike.
You know, none of that's really necessarily anything to worry about. All we're going to do is drain the oil, put new in it. We'll obviously pull the carbs off, clean them, resync them, do everything he's done there. But, I mean, shoot, dude. I hope this thing... We heard it. It turned over pretty good. I'm pumped.
We're excited.
Sitting in the barn and we got it for free, so I'm all jazzed up.
We're pretty pumped. So I think the next step is maybe a time lapse of us draining the oil, pulling the carbs off, and once we have the carbs off, maybe we'll sit it on a bench and talk to you guys for a second, and maybe time lapse.
We'll get an angle of pulling the carbs apart. Maybe we'll show you how to sync them and whatnot.
All right.
Sweet.
Rock and roll. Alright, I think we're gonna drain the oil and try to pull off this old plastic thing, and then throw some whatever oil we've got sitting on the shelf into it, and crank her a couple times.
So yeah, we put oil and whatnot in it, whatever we have on the shelf. I think we mixed them. You know, pay attention to that. It's whatever, just so that it has a little bit of fresh oil in it. Once it starts, so we're gonna jam some starting fluid down its throat. And once we run out of that, because it's almost empty, we have brake clean, which should also choose it to life. Ready? Ready. Okay, promising. Second. Yep. Oh! Okay, sorry, starter. We love you.
We'll let that starter cool down for a second, but she sounds...
It seems, honestly though, before we get excited, it only fires when I spray it on this side.
Oh, those cylinders
Not fires, but it only blubs.
Well, we may not have spark across the board.
Right, yeah, we haven't even checked that yet. We're just trying to force this to life.
Hey, if she lives, she lives. Do you want to pull spark plugs?
Not yet, I want to...
Get more direct spray?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's time to check spark.
Yep, I agree.
All right, we're gonna start pulling plugs and seeing if there's any spark. Which the spark plugs seem to be an 18 millimeter, which
that's pretty.
We seem to think is kind of odd. I don't know. Maybe that's normal.
Well, the crappy thing is we don't have an 18 millimeter spark plug socket, so.
Here, I've got a magnet on a stick.
I was gonna say we got a magnet on a stickum. How are we gonna put them back in though?
Ow! Ah! Scared. Try to rotate it up onto its Okay, no spark. So now we got to figure that out. Is it the plug?
I'm gonna grind something.
Is it because we don't have a ground? Is it because there's no ignition system? Let's grind it and make sure that let's make sure that it isn't the ground first.
Can I plug into your outlet?
Yep. Okay, ground. Ground should no longer be an issue. I don't like this job. You ready?
Mm-hmm. Nope.
That's just no spark.
Mm-mm. I'm gonna get a different plug.
Yeah, let's find a random plug that might fit in that coil. Occam's razor, guys. Just test the easiest things first until we figure something out. So we're gonna go look around the shop until we find a plug that might fit into that coil. Wish us luck. Well, we found a plug that seems to fit in there, so let's see if this has spark. Nope. That's a no-go.
I think this needs to be connected.
Yeah, maybe. All right, head scratching time. We'll check back in on our next idea. Okay, guys, our latest idea. Remember this? Oh. Remember this stuff from earlier? We don't know what that does or anything, but we thought, well, it might still be telling some things to some other things via these plugs. So we plugged that back in, and then we ran a bolt between. So we're still jumping the relay.
Yeah, we're still jumping the starter, basically.
This should be on the switch side of the starter solenoid, but we're just tying it to the power to the starter solenoid, so we're bypassing it, but still powering the solenoid, so hopefully these switches still work. I don't know if that really makes any sense, but that's what we're going to try. We've got the other plug from the original plug back in there that we pulled out of it, because we always want to test one variable at a time. So now I'm going to use pliers, which you can't see, and hold the powers down to the battery positive. Andrew's testing the spark on that plug. And let's see what happens if I can get a hold of this thing. You ready?
Yep.
Here we go.
Spark, spark. Can you see it on there?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, cylinder 1 has spark. Check.
So honestly, we didn't have any of this plugged in when we were trying to make it fire.
So we probably didn't have spark when we were trying to make it fire.
Right. We were probably just hearing compression ploops.
Yeah, because we were spraying starting fluid into it.
Yep.
Let's put the plug back in.
Starting fluid again.
Starting fluid again, and then try this all over.
Yep. Pause.
Boom. Knucks. We hit
Knuckles.
We hit fists off camera. All right, boys and girls. Spark plug is back in. Our sketchy rig is together. Andrew is armed with brake cleaner. Let's see what happens. You ready?
Yep.
Oh. It runs! That's incredible. Dude, I'm stoked. So it's like spark plugs and carb clean away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. So
And some jerry rigged gas tank, because who knows how that one was.
Yeah.
Because we can't get into it because we ain't got the key.
Dude, heck yes. I hope our excitement is coming through on camera, because that's phenomenal. Fantastic, guys.
Do it again.
So you might be able to keep it running with the... Yeah!
Okay. So, we're about to start yanking the motor out because
Yeah, we don't know what we're doing, and I'm sure you guys know some stuff that we don't, but ignorance is bliss, and that's all we needed all the fuel we needed to decide that this motor, or engine, or whatever you call it, this might run. So we're gonna pull it out of here and maybe start thinking about what we want to put it in. Maybe be the first custom on Sly Customs.
yeah, we're gonna get there.
So this will probably be a time lapse of us kind of pulling wires, labeling what we know where it goes, what we think we might need, and just trying to get this stuff out of the way and the engine out. So enjoy. Okay, so she's pretty well stripped down now, right?
Yeah, we worked on what, the wiring harness mainly.
Yep, we got pretty much the whole harness out except for one little cluster of wires that.
Yeah, I don't know if you can tell in the last time lapse, probably not, but this cluster here just kind of disappears into the abyss. So I think what our plan is now is to pop the carburetors off just to free things up some, and then we can actually start unbolting the engine and training and seeing if we can start finagling and pulling things out. Hopefully we find where that goes and we can disconnect whatever it is, label it, and
yeah, basically just keep pulling stuff off until we uncover it, and then we'll label it as needed.
Yeah, to pull the engine, and take radiator off the front, headers, carburetors, and then start engine mounts and whatnot, and we can pull it off and
pull it right out the side, hopefully.
Clean it and start looking for whatever
it's going into.
Whatever donor project we decide.
You guys may have seen all the crap we've been pulling off. We have a nice pile over here. And we did label the harness and stuff you guys probably saw. Don't worry. It is not going back into this ugly bike.
Yeah.
We're going to find something cool to put it in. We just, in case anyone ever needed something, you know, at least it's nice. It's nice to know where it goes.
Yeah, we have stuff labeled, and
what's the adage?
Some parts are actually kind of good still. So
what's the old adage? Rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So yeah, I like that. Yeah, finger guns. That's my go-to now. All right, so let's pull the carbs.
Yeah.
I guess I could be helping.
Yeah, I brought out another screwdriver.
We're at. Oh,
I'm done with this one. Want the long one?
Oh, these are always just so difficult to get to. Like a boot on both sides.
Well, I'm hoping just loosening this side we can.
Well, yeah, I mean
push
like.
Prod and pry and it comes off.
I just mean like these, like every inline bike I've ever had, like the boot, you know, is on this side, and the airbox boot is on the other side.
Oh yeah.
It is such a hassle to get these things seated. Boom. There we go. One. There's one on the other side.
Yeah, I was gonna say there should be a return somewhere. So the cables are out, but
now we gotta loosen those jam nuts.
Well, the other one was loose enough to do that. Oh yeah.
Oh. Andrew, Mr. Mighty Hands.
Edward Mighty Hand.
Boom.
Probably should have labeled those. We'll figure it out later.
And choke.
Choke. Just needs to go that hair. A little tiny bit more. It's out. Okay. Is that literally just bent around it?
Usually this has like a jam nut type thing too.
There's a Phillips screw right there.
Oh.
It's one of the bowl screws. Or I guess it's not a bowl.
This is the cap, I think. There we go. Got the screw.
Yeah.
Good. Well, you're 1990-ish, 80-something. We don't even know carburetors. They're gonna want cleaned, I think.
Sweet.
All right. High five. This is another great evening after work.
Yeah. Yeah. We fun project too.
Yeah, we're finally gonna try to do something customs on Sly Customs rather than work on POS Subarus. Hey, and Project Nopar is cool. I hope you guys are enjoying that.
Yeah.
We're trying to do cool stuff now.
I'm thoroughly enjoying most of the stuff we're doing on that car too.
Absolutely.
It's kind of exciting watching that come together, no matter how hillbilly it is.
But anyway, today we stripped down this Ninja 750R, the cream de la cream back in 90-ish, judging by how square everything is. But the plan thus far for this is to get this engine, which we just saw like wants to run, so we're stoked on that.
Yes.
Pull that out of this ugly frame and all these ugly plastics and find something cool to put it in.
Right.
So let us know if you guys have suggestions, but we've got our eye on a few things.
Yeah, we've got a couple ideas. Definitely nothing set in stone yet, but
hopefully find something in the right price range. Do something fun with it.
Yeah, and easily modifiable, because I'd really like to make something just wicked sweet.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So thank you guys again, as always, for watching. And leave us some feedback, whatever you like, what you don't like. Like, share, comment, YouTube, finger guns.
Finger guns.
Have a good one.